welcome back, guys, to another episode of Oak and Agave.
Agave.
We hadn't done this in a while. I'm Prentice.
And I'm Chris.
We hadn't done that in a while. But so tonight, man, my sinuses are just blowing up right now. Tonight we're talking about McLaughlin Distilleries. They're out of
Sewickley?
close to Pennsylvania in Sewickley,
PA.
Sewickley, PA. McLaughlin Distillery. And they were kind enough to send us these bottles. And we're going to sample them out and let you know what we think about them.
Look at that dark booger right there.
That is a dark booger. That's actually the
baby barrel bourbon whiskey.
baby barrel bourbon.
2.5 gallon cask.
So you always hear Bruzel talking about, people distill or aging spirits in the smaller barrels, and he don't like it. But I like it
What's
because
his
I've got
reasoning
some.
on not liking it?
I don't know. I think it picks up too many dark tannins, oak tannins and stuff. But
Well, each to
to
his
me,
own, right?
I like it because I've done it myself. Anybody that's into bourbon, you probably have a little barrel, and you've got the White Dog mash bill number 1 or mash bill number 2 from Buffalo Trace, and pour it in the barrel, age it yourself. But I like to get lower proof bourbons that I don't particularly care for, and put them in my barrel and put them out in my garage and let that heat affect them, and it does something to them, makes them drinkable. I did that to Traveler whiskey. I put 2 bottles of Traveler in my barrel because it's to me it's not very good whiskey.
The Traveler isn't?
The Stapleton stuff is not really good. So I put it in my barrel.
You like his music, though, don't you?
Somewhat.
He's got some good music out there.
Now, I did an episode by myself a couple of days ago with Whiskey Gypsy.
Whiskey Gypsy.
Eric Church. He is my favorite entertainer.
He is,
And I
isn't
love
he?
all of his music. But anyway, we're going to get into the McLaughlin Distillery, the 3799 bourbon whiskey.
Do you, and I'm going off on this
3799 is their
because you're talking about
address.
the barrels. Do you ever watch any of Stale Crackers videos? The Cajun
I
guy?
used to. He
Man.
just got really obnoxious.
Well, he's got into bourbons.
Yeah, I say that. And he's pouring all
and he's making his own bottles.
barrel. His own barrel.
To me, that's cool. But he'll sit there and they'll do a little taste testing, and he'll pour it in there.
He's obnoxious to
You
me.
think so, man?
So here we go, guys. We're gonna get into the McLaughlin Distillery's 3799. Let's see what kind of pop we get.
Oh, yeah.
That was nice. That was a nice little pop.
That was nice. Very nice.
Pour us up a little ram with this guy here.
Put me a little bit more now. There you go. Yeah.
I know we got to be careful. All right.
And that's named after the road that it's on, right?
3799 is the address of the distillery. It's a light booger.
Got a nice caramely,
It's
sharpy
really,
note. Man, there's that
it looks
hayfield
darker in the
smell.
barrel or in the bottle.
All that's
This
transparent.
one is 90 proof. Smells like bourbon.
It does.
Smells like really good bourbon. It's viscous as hell. I know that. Got nice legs on it.
It does, don't it? Mm.
Now, I watched a video from Kim McLaughlin, the owner, and he was talking about
Oh my goodness, Prince.
how they can't make
That is
cheap whiskey.
God.
Theirs costs a little more than the big boys because they use great ingredients and they pay their people well. So, ooh,
the
it
taste
smells
is
really good.
fantastic.
Wow,
Man,
that's corn.
wow.
That is.
And man,
does
that's
say-
got a pretty decent little hug to it.
It does say it's distilled from a corn mash. So I'm thinking it's 100% corn.
Man,
And that thing is, oh, it's so sweet.
I like that. Wow.
It's almost like a finished, almost like a honey finished kind of.
Yeah, it does have that.
It's so sweet.
Like that short barrel one you
Yeah.
had? Man. Or you still have.
Yeah, I still got it. Ooh,
Man, dude. What my kids say? Dad, that's bussing.
no cap.
No cap.
That's busting.
That's a banger, Dad.
I say that.
Well, my kids use that too. Banger, bussing.
Wow, it's light on color, like it's a young guy, but
wow, that's
the flavor
is amazing, man.
I can only imagine being at this place, tasting that, and just being.
And it's cool, man. The pictures that we're
amazed.
looking at, how that's tucked away in that little
so
up in those foothills.
So we watched the video, and like for the first 2 or 3 years, when you drive up to the place, it looks like just an old cabin up in
kind of
Gatlinburg, and
the dark side of Gatlinburg.
As Kim McLaughlin said, it looked kind of sketchy.
It's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody. You know, they're not big and fancy. Like, it's not going to be like you're going downtown Louisville to Woodford Reserve. You know, it's going to be a
back road
a
experience.
hillbilly looking.
Am I hearing banjo?
With tractors and stuff, you know. I mean, but I like that too. I mean,
I do too, man. I like
don't get me wrong.
I like a rustic setting.
Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't mind going to the big guys and checking them out too. You know what I mean? But like, I love, and that's where I envision this channel going, is more craft,
like this,
smaller
right
distilleries.
No, I got you. Small
and building relationships with these people.
It'd be.
You know what I mean? Like,
I wish he'd send me a bottle.
I got a friend.
I like this one.
I got a friend named Carlton that has a channel, Brutally Honest Bourbon. If you're not subscribed to him, go check him out and subscribe. I'm on his Facebook community, Instagram, YouTube channel, all that stuff. Subscribed and liked. And he does a lot of good stuff for smaller distilleries, like Detling in Alabama.
Very impressive.
He just did a pick with Seth Detling down in oh gosh, it's kind of in the Fairhope area.
Down on the eastern shore,
down there,
Mobile Bay,
kind of, yeah. But
dude, that is fantastic.
Anyway, so he just did a pick with them down there. But yeah, he does a lot of stuff.
So Fairhope, Foley, down in that area.
Yeah, down in that area. But these guys here, man, they're doing some work.
Man, that completely surprised me.
The nose, because that was the first pop. The nose now has been sitting in glass.
It got better.
It's just oaky and really sweet, and like almost like a candy corn.
Candy corn.
And on the palate,
man,
candy corn.
You either love it or you hate it. I like candy corn. I
do
it.
too.
It's good stuff.
Oh,
people make fun of it, but that's a good little
oak. A little bit of like maybe a little confectionate sugar.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah,
and like candy corn.
Cause see, I still got it on my palate, and that confectionate sugar
and some
definitely
light caramel.
Light caramel. Like them little caramel squares,
like that colored caramel.
Remember those little caramel squares?
Oh yeah. Yeah. We talked about that one time.
We did, and those
that when your mama goes in there and
the butterscotch
gets
wraps.
those.
Remember those?
Those the circle caramel things that you buy in the pack with the sticks, the popsicle sticks, and you peel that caramel off, and you stick your apple right in the middle of it, and wrap it up, and stick that stick in there. Remember we talked about the vampire steak?
You sure did, the vampire steak. Yeah.
Stick that you just stick in that apple. And then, did they? I think they heated that up on the sheet.
They on a sheet on like a
with some parchment paper.
Yeah, the parchment paper.
Yeah.
That's right. That you could put it.
Heat that guy up and melt it around that apple just a little bit.
Then you'd set it out, and they would harden up, and
it's so good. Man, that tastes better.
And use the Granny Smith apples with those.
Oh.
That's what my mom always used with the caramel. That Granny Smith.
Mr. Kim, this stuff right here is fabulous.
You can kindly send a bottle to. That's good stuff, Prentice. I like that one.
Yeah, that's I got some sample bottles in there.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
good right
definitely.
there.
Share. Matt.
Yeah, Mr. Kim, he's on the stuff.
Yeah.
What did he say? It's a
Matt-
hobby that got way out of hand?
Yeah. Matt DiPietro is the general manager, and I want to thank Matt for communicating with me back and forth and getting these samples out to us. And man, y'all are doing some fine work there, brother. We're gonna get into this guy right quick. This Baby Barrel Bourbon whiskey.
Baby Barrel
Bourbon at
Bourbon whiskey.
123.6 proof.
Turn that into a tongue twister, can't you?
Yeah,
Baby Barrel Bourbon
Baby Barrel Bourbon
Whiskey.
Yeah.
Baby Barrel Bourbon Whiskey.
Baby. I
Baby.
love these caps too. The real wood or the corks. And look, this thing is actually etched. That is etched into the bottle.
Very nice.
Cask strength Baby Barrel Bourbon bottle.
Another tongue twister.
Baby Barrel bottle bottom. Number 1002. Boy, that had to be a big baby barrel for 1,000 bottles to come out of it. I'm just playing.
Or he had them lined up.
Yeah, he had a bunch of them. I'm assuming because I don't.
Because 2.5 gallons is what those barrels are.
Right. I don't think you can get 1,000.
I don't see how you do that.
Here we go. Listen.
Oh yeah,
that's a good one too.
Pop goes the weasel. Oh yeah,
I love that sound. Y'all listen.
Yeah, nice sound.
This was bottle on. No, I guess it's 5/25 of 2024. So it's almost coming up a year in the bottle. This is a good one though. Got to be.
Have you sampled any of the smaller ones yet on this, or is this your first time?
No,
I'm talking about. Did you get some smaller samples sent?
No. Nope. That's a dark booger.
Golly, man, the complex stuff going on right there, dude. It's funny. At first, you get that Sharpie, but then
you gotta let it open. We should have done that. We should have opened it and poured it and let it sit for just a minute, and then
our buddy Mike
got to give it the old SJ.
He always told me, he said one of the best things to do with a bottle of bourbon,
open it,
let it sit for about an hour, and then
let all the ethanol burn off. I'm not even going to go in for a smell right now.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, when you go back in it,
give it
even better.
Give it an old SJ, old swirl job.
I'm swirly, swirl, twist and twirl.
Look at that. Hey, I almost do a good of a swirl job as Matt Porter does. Old SJ.
I've gotten better, guys. Look at that.
Look at that. Me and
I've come a long way since we started hitting.
I saw Eric
Big
Fox this morning. We were talking about the first video that we did when you took that George T. Stagg and just shot that joker back. And I was like, no, you can't do that.
That's still good.
Yeah. Well, you couldn't taste it.
I tasted it.
No,
I enjoyed it.
Anyway.
I was excited, Prentice. Come on. That's the first Stagg I've had. I'd heard all about it. And man, look. See, I gotten better on the swirl. Look at that.
Ooh, that is nice. Man, I get a lot of brown sugar on that guy. Oh.
See, man, that's a stack of flapjacks right there, bro.
Brown sugar. Maple syrup almost.
With that butter melted on it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe a little French toast.
Okay, this is
French toast.
I think this is going to be good. It's funny, man, how that smell getting better.
And you know what I like?
The notes.
I like after you drink it and you leave this glass sitting empty on the counter overnight and you go back the next morning.
And all the complexity.
Smell it. And there's nothing in the glass except for whatever's on the side.
The legs.
But the next morning smell of your bourbon glass is my favorite. Besides drinking it.
Goodness, man.
All right. Have you already went in?
I did. Wow, dude. I don't know how to explain that first. It's got that's different, man. How do you explain that?
I don't know.
Magical. Dude, I don't know how to explain that. That's different than anything I've had. That's the way that went up and
sorry guys, my freaking nose is killing me. But yeah, that
golly, man, this dude. Okay, so I'm understanding.
Yeah. And my wife says, why do you have so many bottles of bourbon? They're all the same.
No, they're not, dude. These two right here
are
standing
they're not
out
the same. Like, so McLaughlin and the last one we did, the Conviction.
Oh man, those were good.
The Conviction.
That French oak, I know you were favoring the Conviction, which I liked it, but man, that French oak.
That Conviction is a GTS killer. I'm just going to go ahead and put that out.
Yeah, we even talked about that in the video.
This guy is distilled from a corn mash, and they go to the extra mile
of etching it in
etching
on the side of that bottle.
I don't know if y'all can see that or not.
But be hard to throw that bottle away, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's a nice touch.
So is it sourced there in PA?
Yes, they make their own distillate, distilled and bottled.
Okay, yes sir.
By McLaughlin.
It is. Sewickley, is that how you pronounce that?
Yep.
Sewickley, PA.
Yep. Now there's some bourbons that you'll read and they're like
sourced in Indiana but bottled.
No, they trick you on the labeling. They say like produced by and bottled by, which could mean anything. But if they say distilled and bottled, they make their own.
I bought a bottle of rye 101 the other day.
Wild Turkey?
It was short barrel, the one I was talking about.
Yeah.
And on the bottle, which it didn't disappoint me, it said that it was produced in Indiana.
They don't make their own.
And it was bottled in Atlanta, Georgia.
Right.
So
that's they buy the barrels.
So that's the
right.
How do you say it? The Midwest MGP.
So yeah,
that's not a bad thing, right?
No, it's not a bad thing. MGP puts out some fine stuff. All the Penelope is MGP, which MGP bought Penelope, so they own Penelope.
Okay.
Now, so
yeah, Penelope's got some good stuff.
Yeah, Penelope puts out some bangers. But man,
that weeded that you turned me on to.
My focus now has really shifted to the smaller craft distilleries. I want to work more with those guys and help put the word out for this stuff. Because this stuff, these guys work for this stuff, and you can tell.
Man, the notes even get more and more as you go, dude. Even after you,
these guys don't do this stuff for money. They can't, because they're not getting rich off of this. Wow, man! But I mean, it's passion. It's a passion, just like Kim said. It's a hobby that got out of hand.
Got way out of hand.
Yeah. And I can understand how you could do that, because well,
man, that's awesome that they sent you these bottles. Man, this one is just it's completely different, but just as good, man. Wow.
That is so good.
I can't explain that first, whatever happened.
Oh yeah.
I've never had that with any bourbon. That one right there, that first, boom, it was good.
You've probably not tasted any 100% corn.
That's what I'm getting into.
And that's what it is.
Because man, dude.
And they don't use just regular old cheap corn. They use like a good quality corn.
So you get into corn, man, you know, you got dent corn.
Oh, you got
seed corn. And you get into the sweet corn.
And see, that's what a lot of people do.
You got the peaches and cream, the silver cream.
They use dent corn a lot.
And that's just basic feed corn.
Feed corn.
Yep.
And these guys, they use a higher quality corn than that. And I was watching.
What's another one? I think.
How about like Jimmy Red, the distillery in South Carolina? That is Highwire Distillery. They put out a Jimmy Red. They use red corn.
Okay, so they're getting into the butchers,
right?
That kind of stuff. The bloody butchers.
Yeah, there's all kinds of.
You ever grown corn?
Blue corn. I've had blue corn. No, I've never grown corn.
Man, it's interesting when you grow corn. You have to be careful.
Like
you have to be careful.
I am farmer prep.
If you're growing different corns in the distance, because they'll cross pollinate.
Yeah,
and you have to.
That might be a good thing, though.
It can, and it can be a bad thing, because if you're trying to get a certain thing out of corn and you got it, you can mess up stuff.
If my sinuses have not bothered me all day, and I walked out here and started doing this, and all of a sudden, blam.
Man, I'm gonna tell you what, dude. I'm getting that hay. I love that hayfield smell. Which I've never been in a rick house, but I would imagine that's how a rick house smells. You've been in a few rick houses.
I've been in a bunch. I'm gonna get you in some rick houses.
Man, did you see that thing that came out about how much bourbon is in Kentucky per person? How many? They were talking about it's like 4.something million people, and the barrels of bourbon that's in Kentucky. I want to say that, man, I forgot how many barrels per person, like 3 or 4 barrels per person could have.
I'd like to have a couple of them.
Oh yeah, I bet.
But look, this stuff right here, especially for a northern distillery, and like this is the furthest north that you can go without actually going into Canada.
Well, that's where he was from, in New York.
Sawicki.
No, he's from New York, upstate New York.
Okay, so Sawicki.
Sawicki's
near Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
that's right.
Pittsburgh.
PA. But still, Pittsburgh.
Yep.
They don't have a lot of heat up there. Well, of course, in the summertime, it does get warm up there occasionally. I went up to
man, friends, those are fantabulous, bro.
I went up to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, a couple of years ago, and Tara has always told me, my wife has always told me about how, the summers up there are so pleasant and so nice, and so nobody has air conditioner up there. And we went and we stayed with her mother for. I stayed up there for about a week, and she didn't have air conditioning.
It was nice, wasn't it?
No,
it had fans.
It was 100 degrees.
So they had a heat wave?
Yes.
Yeah.
And of course they did. And so me and Tara at nighttime were trying to sleep, and I can't sleep with a ceiling fan on because it just dries my sinuses out and kills them. Man, but we had to.
You can't sleep with a ceiling fan?
No. Wow. Because I was sweating my tail off that night.
In the summer of '88, I lived up in Minnesota, and they had a heat wave.
Of course they did.
It's like, I brought all that crap with me up there. Heat wave.
All right. So, highly recommend. You guys need to look into these guys. McLaughlin Distilleries. McLaughlin is McLaughlin Distillery.com. And
M-little-c.
Support these guys, man.
Yes.
These guys are doing some
I can reach out to them and see about getting me a couple of bottles.
They are doing some really good work. And I'll give you some samples.
Man, that's fantastic stuff, brother. Both of them so impressive, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Yeah. And I love supporting the smaller distilleries, and we got a couple around here. But golly.
Well, got the Clyde Mays that's picking up.
You know what? I'm actually getting on my tongue as it finishes. I'm getting some mint.
Some mint.
A little bit of mint. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh, so good. But episode 24.
24.
2 dozen.
2 dozen.
2 dozen. 2 dozen episode.
Got that double dozen going on.
But anyway, check these guys out. Thank y'all for sending them, because we're enjoying it a lot.
That's nice.
But we'll reach back out and
yeah, we need to let
guys.
Mr. Kim know how that was.
Try to get there and visit you guys sometime. That'd
be a fun trip to go visit these guys.
That's dynamite. But hey, thank y'all for watching. Be sure to catch our lives too when we go live. We're going to be live quite a bit this summertime.
Bringing it live.
We need to decide on a night.
Yep.
And a time that we can do a live. Not right now necessarily, but and put that out there and do it. And I'm going to have some big folks on really soon. We're going to have.
Well, I'm not a big folk.
We're going to have Ari Sussman on. He is a master blender for Whiskey Gypsy. Big time guy. And we're going to have Devin Dixon on.
So you know these guys better than I do, man.
And
I'm new to all this stuff.
He actually used to own Kentucky Owl.
I've heard Kentucky Owl.
He sold Kentucky Owl and started X2 or 2XO bourbon. You've seen them on the shelf.
I've seen both of those.
So yeah, we're going to have both of those gentlemen on, and hopefully I'm going to have Jeff Arnett on too. Jeff Arnett used to be the master distiller for Jack Daniels. And now he owns his own company called Company Distilling.
Company Distilling.
He actually just opened up a location in Lynchburg.
So he's going, I'm bringing the competition home.
I'm bringing the competition to the competition.
I like that.
I want to get Jeff Arnett on and get the scoop on that.
I like that.
Yeah, he's like, you know what? We coming at you. I don't care how big you are, Goliath.
Y'all gonna know the company.
I don't care how big you are, Goliath. I'm coming at you.
I got me 5 stones.
I saw that he was doing that, and I was like, wow. That's even Tara said, wow. That's cool. That's pretty ballsy right there.
Yeah, it is. That's brazenly ballsy.
Hey, we'll catch y'all next time on Oak and Agave. Episode number 25.
Oh, 25
is coming up.
Yes.
25. Holy smokes.
We'll be a quarter way to that 100.
Quarter century
Up there to that 100
to the
episode.
Quarter century. Yes, sir.
Like it.
Anyway, hey, and speaking of like it, subscribe,
leave a comment,
and hit that button, hit the notification so you know when we do go
to us, baby.
And when we do post these videos, let us know, in the comments what you'd like to see coming up next. I did get some comments on the last video about what people would like to see. We're going to do an episode soon called, you ready?
I'm ready.
Too Fly for a Rye Guy.
Too fly for I almost said the white guy. Isn't that what that song was?
Too fly
for a white guy.
Yeah.
Remember that? I'm
right. And that's kind of playing off that.
I got you.
So it's too fly for a rye guy, or either. So it's going to be called Too Fly for a Rye Guy, or either, but I'm not a rye guy. Either one. Y'all let us know in the comments.
But the rye is pretty interesting. I got to say what I've been tasting.
Yeah. So
I got to say.
Because I've said that since I've started my bourbon journey.
You got to.
I'm not a rye guy.
You got to expose that palate, right?
I'm not a rye guy.
I'm not a rye guy.
The more I get into ryes, the more I like them.
Yeah.
Anyway, catch you next time on Oak and Agave. Thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate it. If you watch this video all the way to the end, give us
I keep trying to hold your hand, I think.
Give us I want to hold your hand at the end in the comments. If you watched it all the way to this part, I apologize. But tell us you did. Let us know. Say watch to the end. Just put end on the
with the thumbs.
Yeah. Or don't put end. It might just mean you want to just
end the yard.
Tell us just to quit this thing because it's not working. Anyway, thank y'all.
We're having a good time, right?
Absolutely. And that's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
I mean,
amen.
Yeah. Anyway, catch you next time on Oak and Agave for episode 25. Always go to zbiotics.com/Oak and Agave
for your 10%
discount. Especially on Memorial Day, you probably need to go ahead and order you a little extra.
Get it shipped overnight.
A little bit more extra. But thank y'all for watching. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time.
We appreciate you guys. Thank y'all.
Bye.